Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa. If you are new here, hello. Today we are going to be listening to Punisher, the album by Phoebe Bridgers. I have just recently discovered Phoebe Bridgers. I mean, I knew who she was and like of her and have been told to listen to her a million times. But I recently actually reacted to Phoebe Bridgers songs for the first time in a recent video where I'm listening to new artists that I've never listened to before. So if you want to see me listen to Phoebe for the first time, go ahead and watch that video. But in that video, I listened to I See You, I watched the music video for Savior Complex, and I watched her live performance of I Know the End. So all three of those songs are on the album Punisher that came out last year, and I immediately was really excited to listen to it. I was listening to those three songs nonstop on Spotify, and I was like, I really want to hear the rest of it, but I figured that I would react to it for you guys instead of just listening to it myself immediately, even though I really wanted to. Before we get into it, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like this video if you did end up liking it. Okay, so I'm not gonna listen to the three songs that I already heard. I'm so sorry, but just know that I absolutely love them. So the first song is called DVD Menu. And I'm like, what does that mean? Oh, it's only 1 minute and 10 seconds long. So this must be an intro. I'm becoming a bigger fan of intros and interludes in albums. I just like the way that they sound in conjunction with the next song, or just thinking about them as a bookend with like the first one and the last one. But I used to not really love them because I'm like, they're like 30 seconds and I want more song. But as I've become more of an album fan, I really come to appreciate them. So hopefully this one's good. Ooh, violin. Ugh. I love violins. They're one of the most underrated instruments. This gives me very Savior Complex vibes. Like, it's the same vibe as that song. So that was a very traditional intro. There were no lyrics in it, and that's fine. I think of it more as like an introduction to the setting of the album, and like if the whole album were a movie, it's kind of like showing you the landscape, and it's kind of like an aerial shot of a city that this album is gonna take place in, or like the opening credits. Reminds me of like when you are playing a movie and like at the beginning they just have like the super cut of some scenes with like a song in the background, and they just have like play or like scene selection and like special edition, or I don't freaking know, but it's like the menu that basically you say like to either start play all the movie or like select a scene or something. So maybe that's kind of what it's supposed to be like this album is a movie and like these songs are the different scenes that you can select. That's kind of iconic. Wow, okay. So the next song is Garden Song, so let's do it. I forgot how like angelic and like immediately softening her voice is. Oh, this is so beautiful imagery. I think it's funny how she's like your skinhead neighbor. But I can like picture the flatbed of roses and everything. It's very, very like I can see it. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that switch. Ooh, I really like how her voice followed the guitar in that. Like the voice changed and it's not like they kept the same melody of the guitar, like they changed. Oh, it's so beautiful. Aww. This is very, very nostalgic. I almost feel like she's talking about her childhood house and like her childhood neighbor, and like their neighborhood and like the gardens. I mean, duh. The screen turns into a tidal wave. Ooh, that was creepy. Like her voice like echoed out. Oh. Like a hedge maze. Ooh, it's picking up. Guys, I like that one. I think it's something that I'm gonna need to get used to. Like, I think I need to listen to it a bunch more times and definitely look at the lyrics. But it's very nostalgic. It's very, like, childhood into adulthood, looking at your life now. I did like it, and her voice is beautiful. I think it's just, like, I didn't immediately connect to it because it was so, like, nostalgic for Phoebe in particular, I think, and personal. But obviously it was beautiful, and I think that the production and the background was really, really interesting. Okay, so the next song is Kyoto, and I think that, like, this is one of her biggest songs, if I'm not mistaken. I know she did, like, a live Spotify singles one of it, and I feel like I've heard the title before, maybe just because it's called Kyoto. but I'm excited to hear it and see if it is, you know, one of those bigger songs, like what makes it that way. So I'm excited. Ooh, I like this little, like, whistle. Oh, okay. I think that this is probably gonna be an album that oscillates back and forth between, like, emo, sad indie songs that are just, like, her angelic voice with, like, a weird production and, like, her singing really deep lyrics, and then it's gonna be, like, bops that are still, like, deep and, like, cool production, but just, like, the opposite vibe. And I'm excited. Aww. Oh. Ooh. Oh, guys, I love this one. The drums are amazing, and her own harmonies with her voice are amazing, and it sounds like it's like an angry song, and obviously I like angry songs, so. Okay. Ooh, is this about a parent? It might be. I'm gonna look up the lyrics. Oh, I love that. Oh, Scorpio skies. Yeah. Good for you. Ooh, guys, that one was amazing. I love that. And I think that the concept is really interesting. I mean, obviously, I'm speaking as a third party. Like, obviously, for Phoebe, it's not interesting. It's her life. But I feel like this has been written about, obviously, because people do things to us that we don't forgive them for. And I think it's interesting that she said, like, I was trying to look at this through your eyes, and then, like, I changed my mind. I think that's such a powerful moment for somebody when, like, somebody close to you that you love does something, and you're trying to understand why they would do it to you. And then that moment when you stop trying to understand why they did it to you, and, like, don't give them that power, I guess, and you take it back for yourself, and you, like, choose, like, I don't have to forgive this person. It's very empowering. Love it. Okay, so the next song is called Punisher, which is the album's title, so I'm ready. I don't know. The word Punisher makes me think of, like, a hard, angry song like the last one, but, like, she could, like, pull a fast one and make this one, like, really sad and slow, so who knows. Oof, I do that. The effect that's happening on her voice is so interesting. It's, like, muffled, and it's super interesting. It sounds almost like you're hearing it from the other side of the door, or she's, like, singing underwater, or, like, I don't freaking know. It's just really cool. Ooh, what? I wonder if she ever thought the storybook tiles on the roof were too much. What does that mean? Is it like disguising life as like a fairy tale or like a storybook? I'm gonna like look it up. Elliott Smith, who Punisher is about, lived in the cottage where he did much of his songwriting. Who's Elliott Smith? Punisher is the title track from Phoebe Bridgers' sophomore album written about her musical hero Elliott Smith. The song details fictional encounter that Phoebe had with now deceased musician who died in 2003 from 2 stab wounds to the chest. Oh, is it a murder? Overly energetic fan making their hero, in this case Smith, feel trapped when they get to meet them. Spoke to Apple Music, explained that the song is about her stalking him. Guys, I need to do a deep dive into this album because there's so many like layers like about what the songs are about, and like Elliott Smith, her hero. I'm so like, whoa. Ooh, that was beautiful. Oh, that was so, ooh, I got chills when that happened. I feel that. Everyone knows you're the way to my heart. Oh. Here's so many stories of you at the bar. Guys. Most times alone and some look at your worst. This is like, now that I know that this is about her favorite artist, I literally, it's such a different song to me now. Like, I like, it's like too much for me. I'm not angry, that's just my RBF. Ooh. Either I'm careless or I wanna get caught. Oh, I love that verse. And also, like, if you don't already know, I'm obsessed with like serial killer shows and documentaries and stuff, so I like that copycat killer line. So that's iconic. Well, first of all, the line, like, maybe it's for the best, it reminds me of, like, when people say, like, you shouldn't meet your heroes because then they don't, like, live up to your expectations. And then the part when she says, I can't open up my mouth and forget how to talk, like, it reminds me of when I met Niall, and I literally could not say a single word to him. Guys, I love that song. Now that I really, like, understand the meaning behind it, it's amazing. Okay, so the next song is called Halloween. I think this one's gonna be upbeat. If they woke you up, somebody better be dying. Maybe it's Halloween. Aww. And we can be this makes me think of like when things aren't going well in a relationship or something, and like she's saying like it's Halloween, we can be anything we want, so like let's pretend that we're fine almost. That's what it reminds me of. They killed a fan down by the stadium. Oh my god. Was only visiting, they beat him to death. What? Beat him to death? What is going on? It's so dark that most people just want to have a hot dog and watch the game, but people are so worked up they can kill someone who doesn't agree with them about a fucking sport. So he was like, you should put that in a song. And I was like, no way, that's too dark. Come on. Ooh, I like this drum in the background. Even though it's not a romantic song, because obviously it's like sad about a relationship, but it just feels like a waltz. So that's super interesting that it's like a waltz vibe or like a slow dancing. Like when I close my eyes and I hear that track, I think of like somebody slow dancing, but it's about like a bad relationship. I really like that song too. Again, I think that the concept and the theme is really interesting. And I like how she like related it to Halloween. I feel like that's such a different way of talking about this concept, because lots of people have written about like relationships like not going well, but she's like, can we just like pretend that it's fine? Okay, so the next song is called Chinese Satellite. What? Ooh. Ooh. With the same 3 songs over and over. Me. The stars, but they weren't out. Ooh. Oh, I get it. I wished hard on a Chinese satellite because it's like when you look up in the stars and you're wishing on a star, it could actually just be like a satellite in space. That's so funny. Ooh, I love that. Ooh. Ooh, like, Oh, okay. So is this a song kind of about like religious beliefs in like heaven and God and afterlife and stuff like that? That's super interesting. Ooh. Wow. Why is that the best religious song I've ever heard? Damn, that was awesome. And I really, really, really love the melody and the beat and the instrumental in this. Like, it was so like suspenseful. It's so interesting to think about, like, she's being like, I don't believe in heaven, but like I want there to be a heaven for you and to see you there because I love you and stuff, and I want to be wrong about it because I want to believe in this stuff, but I don't, and like you do. I don't know, but it's so good. Wow, I love that. Okay, so the next song is called Moon Song, so I love that title. Ooh, I love that raw string sound. You asked to walk me home, but I had to carry you. Yikes. You couldn't have. Ooh. Stuck your tongue down the throat of somebody who loves you more. That sounds so... The contrast there is crazy. What does the genius say? Violent imagery of a kiss directly contrasts with and exaggerates the genuine love Phoebe has for the subject of the song. It highlights the inequity in the relationship, Phoebe's role as a metaphorical doormat, happy simply to please her love interest while being treated with little respect. That makes sense because of the very first line when she said, you asked to walk me home, but I had to carry you. It's like you were trying to like... You were saying that you want to take care of me, but I actually had to take care of you. So, like, yikes. What's that? Oh, Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton after the tragic death of his 4-year-old son. Oh, okay. So it's like she's fighting about musicians with her lover? That's funny. That's such like a huge saying, like I will give you the moon, meaning like I'll give you everything that you want. Which is super sad in the context of this song, because it seems like the person who she's singing it about is not willing to do the same. What? The wanting to be stepped on feeling. Wanting someone to treat you badly because at least they'll treat you at all. Oh, that hurts. That hurts so bad. Damn. Okay, that's super dark and deep, and I'm definitely gonna need to listen to that over and over again. This is definitely like sad girl hours songs, like all of this, like the whole entire album is. Okay, so the next one is Savior Complex, which again I'm not going to listen to. I actually love this song even better now, listening into it like on headphones and without the music video that I was confused about. Love that. Same with I See You, which is after that, so I'm not going to listen to both of those. We're just going to listen to Graceland 2. Ooh, it's a little bit more like country. Love this banjo. Interesting. This seems like, I mean, when she says no longer a danger to herself or others, reminds me of like, that's like what you would say if like, as like a reason to like bring somebody to the hospital or to have them like live in a residential facility or something like that, like they're a danger to themselves or others. And like, when she's saying like, I yelled down the hall, no one answered, and I was able to go outside without an excuse, it's kind of like she wasn't allowed to go outside before, and like she yelled down the hall to see if anybody was gonna stop her, sort of thing. The song is about caring for somebody who hates themselves and how they can be really hard. That can be really hard. There's also homage in there to friends in rehab or who are going through a tough time. True. Oh, there it is, Elvis. Ooh. Ooh, that was beautiful. That's the end? Oh, that was beautiful ending. That was a really sad song, obviously. Like, geez, oh my god. My biggest takeaway is that I need to do so much more digging into Phoebe and all of these references that she's making in these songs, because they go so much deeper than the surface, and that's so awesome. Because it just makes me confused, and it makes me want to listen over and over again to like learn new interpretations every single time. And I really need to dive deeper into the lyrics and the different musicians that she's talking about and the songs that she references. There's just so much, and I really, really like this album. I think that like, oh, I forgot to say that the last song on the album is I Know the End, but I've already listened to that, and that is one of my favorite songs that I've been listening to recently at all, like in generally, not even just Phoebe, and it's still one of my favorites on this album now hearing the rest of it. But yeah, so that's the end of the album. But like I was saying, this album is so interesting because there's so many different themes, and there's so many different like moods, and there's so many different instrumentations and styles of singing and production and tempo and everything. And it's so like nostalgic, but also like dreamlike and haunting and whimsical, but also like murder mystery sort of thing, I guess. I don't even know. Right now, off of first listen, I think my favorites are definitely Kyoto. I really liked Chinese Satellite, and I still love I Know the End and I See You. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this album. I know that Phoebe is going on tour soon, and I'm like, ooh, maybe if I like become more of a stan, I could go and see her in concert. I feel like so many of these songs would be so interesting live, and I would want to know like what visuals she does for it and how she performs it. I feel like that would be so cool because she just seems really cool. And I'm gonna go spend the rest of my day doing research on Phoebe and all these people that she's talking about, because girl has some required reading for her album. Like, Phoebe, I need a syllabus. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed all of my surprises and confusion at this album. But I really, really liked it. And let me know what else from Phoebe I should look into or watch, or if you have any explanations that will make my life easier. But yeah, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like this video if you did end up liking it. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.